The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
16 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Go, go. 120! 55.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 5-9, 5-9. Check right. Watching the guard. Hey, echo. Defense, no game.
Throwing his Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bengals win over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mark 56. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's going to look deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
46 down, man. 5-4. Hey, high 7. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Alpha.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sunday.
They'll run here with Ingram. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And again, it's Ingram. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll set up a throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Pilot, 64, weak. Check nickel. Hey, exit.
2nd and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Wentz. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, dude.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Finding Gabriel, complete. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Solid. Trey 15.
Now Wentz again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Henry running right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take. Get down to the 7-yard line.
He was brought down by John Simon. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready.
The mark, boys. 56. Check 56. We got double up.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. You that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on second down. Wentz, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Wentz. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 1. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Ready?
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go. 60 yours. You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man open. It's Wims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. They'll run on first down. Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 29, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Wentz now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Hey, we got
Wentz now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Slam. Blue draw corker. 53, Mike. Let's go, D.
Wentz to throw again. It's caught by Jackson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
53's a must.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Hey, Haywood.
53, Mike.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
80 weapons.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Right side caught by Jackson. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big... Pick up that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a give right side. It's Henry.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
5-9. Hey, echo. 55. Hey, eat. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it. Kill. Hey, check right.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jay. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Draw play. Ingram now. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch the run. That's out, baby. That's baby out. 3-5-7.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And some room to work. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas. Kansas City. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. On 1st down, Henry. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Martin running right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run. Martin. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Here's Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And Hopkins Dolphins' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vita Vea, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.